good night, everybody, and welcome back again to Ireland fans. And I guess you can hear from the tone of my voice, I'm not in the best of moods. I'm having a little somber feeling. I mean, I was geared up, I was ready, and then when the game started, okay, a little cagey here. I was driving, so I wasn't watching it too keenly. But then I start hearing the oh man, the comments. Okay, all right, Jaleel, all right, I see you. You laughing already. I mean,
Don't
okay, you know what? I'll respond. I'll ask this question later down. But it was just initial feelings, then cello. Initial feelings on the defeat. Don't go too much in depth because we're gonna trash it out in a few minutes. But just initial feel how you felt right after the game.
okay. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I don't really feel no way. From the first challenge holding me, I don't know this is gonna happen. Honestly.
Yeah. Mm,
So I don't really feel no way. You understand? And
I hear you.
okay. The thing is that look, me don't expect something like this to happen. From the way I see he start play song from the beginning of the game, I don't
Right.
know he not gonna last the first half. Me don't make up my mind here.
You're not
This how gonna
certain.
happen. Don't expect this. Honestly.
I hear you. More, you're neutral. Yurik say he's present. I know he'd be present. All right, all them out tonight. More, you're neutral. You watch the game. Thoughts, initial thoughts, just initial thoughts.
I expected better from this derby. I didn't expect a one-sided game so much from Tottenham. Because I know Arsenal had a lot to put towards it. Because if they win, they will put some gap towards them and Tottenham and
You'll
still
be
trying
done.
to try
Yeah,
to beat
you'll be
Chelsea.
done.
And Tottenham seemed like they wanted it more. Arsenal didn't really seem like they were up to it. Like certain careless errors here and there. They were saying referee decisions, but we will get down to that. I expected a way better game than what was put out today.
All right. So here we go now. All right. So I mean they. Okay. Let me see the comments. They say Martinelli from Peru, not Brazil. Mm. Martinelli looked dangerous when he was in possession today, and I sure that comments about the jelly. You keep laughing. Even with this loss, you can't pass me. So, loving life right now. Trying to worry about Wolves and West Ham, jelly. All right. So okay, let me go to this. Since Urique asked it, did the ref ruin the game? Personally, let me just give and then we jump to Cello and then more you can give us you'll give your thoughts after as a neutral. Um Personally I thought that the penalty was a penalty. I thought that the first yellow that Holding got wasn't he didn't necessarily need to give him a yellow. The second one was certainly a yellow, and of course he was already on a yellow. So, but on the, I mean, some of the cars were in the game to a bit dodgy. But by and large, I mean, the Son won. Son should have gotten sent off from that elbow he gave Holding. If we call it down the middle, let's just call it down the middle. So if you ruin the game for me, the answer is no.
Cello, you saw that elbow because I don't think it's something that everybody probably see.
I don't believe you shouldn't get sent off, but I believe you should get a card.
I mean, no,
You
I'm just
understand?
on the
I
point
believe you should
on the basis of you make contact with another player's face. It's always a straight red. No,
understand what
that's
you
what
say.
I said.
I
Mm.
understand what you say, but to me see her sending off. Me just see a yellow card for me.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Moy.
But okay, back to that same point with Son. It is choosing whether it's a red or a yellow. But is it different than he's probably on the play and he got Son did the little elbow nudge rather than if two of them was running towards the ball and Son did it? Would that make a difference in the challenge? You'd say he gets the red for that one. So what do you think?
So that again for me.
Okay, I was saying Son and Holding was on the ground, right?
Ah,
And he gave him the little nudge of the elbow in his face. and you said that it was a yellow. So I'm asking if it was an instance that two of them were running towards the ball, and Son
Uh,
did that same motion. Would
no,
is a different case scenario? I'm not saying because I thought it was dangerous too far. I'm just trying to see something. Yeah.
honestly, right, boy, boy, me even know how to tell you, boy, but to be honest, but like it was so intense because like the game plan, like whatever Arteta tell Holding is like that's what he was doing. His job to just keep some quiet. You understand? So he was trying his best to just keep some quiet in any way he can.
But see, if I could just jump in here, quickly, fellas. There's a thin line between what's the word I'm looking for? There's a thin line between composure and everybody's riled up for the game. It's a big game, so you're going in and he wants to do what Arteta says. From that point, Cello. But then you have to know how to keep your head, because if it's one thing we know from Holding. Holding is one for the he's in for the challenge. Because remember those FA Cup wins that we had versus Diego Costa and stuff like that. He's always up and ready for it. So I wasn't too worried about the physicality, but I saw that he allowed Son to get the best of him, because until Son was getting some of the earlier calls, a little shove here, a little shove there, and he just allowed that. He didn't see that he needed to calm down and he was playing the moment. Let me finish like that. He was playing the moment and not the game, because he gets sent off so early.
Sharp, to me, right? Listen to me, Sharp. Holding had too much experience for till they and make them
Right.
like a silly challenge. Listen to me.
Right.
When the man play the ball over, right, Sam would never get the ball before the goalkeeper. So Holding the need for make that challenge. They need for one cross and elbow the man. All the man elbow Holding try to get back at the man, but the referee see.
Yeah, I think that.
You understand? But that it too early in the game for Holding to do that with the experience that he had as a player. You understand? That it just listen to me. You blame the referee here. Holding cause out the game today. Cause that done silly mistake there.
I think the ref should at least be able to review the Son elbow. Yeah, those guys in the VAR room should have seen that. I mean, if we have clips of it, Moy, they have to have clips of that as well. They have like 10, 15 cameras in around the stadium, and so many different angles they look at. They must have seen it.
So, 2 points there. The first one to the Son elbow still. I think there was a challenge and all. The Tavares on where he was.
I remember seeing that one. That was Tavares came on
late in the game.
Tavares
Emerson.
The right back. What the right back name again?
Emerson.
Emerson went down. They reviewed that. So I'm like, if you managed to review that, why didn't you? That's what I'm wondering, if it was seen, because they would have to see it in order for it to review.
But I think VAR.
Go ahead.
I think VAR can look at things that the referee may have missed, because one of the things that VAR reviews, the thing has to be clear and obvious. If the referee has missed something glaring, then the VAR should step in. If I just get this quick one in, Moy, Cello spot on. That was a get back elbow, but Holding supposed to be smarter than that, right?
That's what me say.
Supposed to be smarter than that. So Cello, you say you don't feel anyway, and personally, I would love to just have sealed it today, or at least not given Tottenham an advantage, because I feel now, and look at it, we have Holding. He's probably not Holding is out. Gabriel looks like he's injured. So then, sorry guys. Holding's out. Gabriel is injured. We don't know. Look at Ben White. He could even come on today. So that tells us a lot about his fitness. What's going to happen going forward?
Doing some shiny right now here. Shop. Have to put Tommy Yasso and Ben White in the center. You have to play Tavares, because you don't have no other option.
But
And
Ben White doesn't seem like he's fit enough to go because on 2 occasions, remember he warmed up. He was warming up after the red card, and he ended up going back to sit
well,
down
to me, the
when
reason why
Gabriel
He
came
West
on.
Ben White today, because he probably don't think about here. If I play
And
Ben
get
White
done.
and he injured and risk and holding down on a red card. So the damage he probably hold back Ben White. Because he couldn't bring on Ben White now. But he
But
decided to
okay,
hold it back
but I'm
as
just
the option.
wondering. I'm just wondering if there is more, if in his warm up, if he didn't feel right, if one of
Probably
the injury is bigger than what they thought.
not, because in his interview after the game, the reporter asked him the same question. He said he
Right.
didn't want to take the risk.
Okay. Well, that's optimism for Sunday then for our next
Yeah.
game.
Wait,
Okay. Well, I'm more comfortable.
one more question here.
Yeah.
For the both of y'all. Stella made a comment earlier that Arteta told Holding, to probably play that specific way. I think it's Joe retweeted it on Twitter, and somebody was saying that it was Arteta all that whole team lost today and all the blame was on him. Y'all agree with that, or y'all see it in other way? That is bit that you would put the blame on the players itself.
To be, to be honest, right, man, me blame the two of them. Because if the manager wouldn't give Holland the instruction to play song how he was playing song, he would never be playing song like that. You only go after the instruction that you get from the manager. So I blame the two of them. Arteta should just allow Holland to just play his game and just try his best to keep them as quiet as he can, rather than give him an instruction to try to stick on song. Because if you watch it right from the game start, from the get-go, Sang was his main target.
Mm.
Sang was his main the first whistle in the game, the first challenge he made, Song. The second challenge, Song. The referee warned him. The referee called him over and warned him, and he just keep on doing it. But Holland's supposed to be smarter than that more. That's the whole point of it. He's supposed to be a smarter player than that. Even if Song help you, the game have how much more minutes still to play. You couldn't catch him later on in the game. That was too early to try to make that silly challenge. And Song wasn't even true on goal, or it was an opportunity to score. Because Ramsdale already come to collect the ball.
Yeah.
So that was an unnecessary challenge.
Yeah, it was. Moy, what was that question? I think I missed it. What were you asking me?
I was asking if you would put the blame, something I saw on Twitter that Joe probably retweeted, that if you would put the blame on Arteta, the person was blaming Arteta. So I was asking
Oh yes,
if
I saw the tweet. Yes, Moy. Yes, I remember it.
you put blame on the
No,
players.
I don't think Arteta did anything wrong today. He started the squad that we all thought he should have started. Arteta cannot be blamed for actions on the field.
Right.
Yes, his instructions is to stay tight on Son. He didn't tell him to elbow him. He didn't tell him that. So playing tight and his bad decisions on the field are two different things. Arteta cannot be blamed for that. He set the team
what I
up
was saying
to win.
just now. Paulie only was doing what he was doing because of the instruction that he got from the manager.
No, but I'm saying that is different. The manager can tell you to play tight, to play tight to a particular player, but that doesn't mean you foul him on every occasion. I don't think that was Arteta's instruction.
But I blame both of them. Arteta should just allow Holden to play his game. He shouldn't have given him the instruction to actually try to man-mark some. He should just allow Holden to play his game. Trust me. As a footballer, I believe if he would have just allowed Holden to play his game, he would have a better game. He wouldn't even get sent off. Probably didn't make one or two challenges. He probably might get a yellow card, but the sending off.
I mean
that's hindsight. So.
Yeah, no, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily put the blame on artists for that one because it's just like all of us play football here. We play and we be like, yo, stick tight on that man because you realize he's fast. So Stella, you fast. So you tell him, hey, stick on there, running down every time you go. Don't dive it. So then it's up to you to have, as a professional footballer, to go in, okay, I need to calm myself, especially that you're on a yellow already, man. So the slightest thing, especially in a derby, you're going to get it. That's my problem. And the yellow card that he got managed to come way too early, and there was no more room for mistakes. And that's what just all him up after a while.
Yeah, I agree with you. But to me,
Alright, so let
the
me.
referee,
Mm.
the referee make too much easy calling in this game today. The referee should allow the game to play out
Let the game
because on
flow.
Derby. And
Yeah,
Derby, I expect
yeah,
the game to be rough. You expect rough challenges.
yeah.
So the referee kind of
I
mash up
think
the
it was
game
the
and all
game.
that way.
I think it was the game Saturday versus Tottenham and Liverpool. There were a couple of chances that the commentators was like, oh, he could get a yellow for that, but the referee just low it, and you kept the intensity up. I mean, I'm not saying that you're supposed to let stupidness happen and you allow it. No, but I don't think you have to rule the game with yellow cards. I don't think he had to do that. Let's just move this along, Lemoy. Cello, how do we are you confident that we can still wrap up that fourth spot going forward?
To be honest, I'm confident Arsenal will come fourth. Cause look
Right.
here, they lose to Tottenham today, and then go on prove and point.
We have to.
Then go on prove and point that here. And because I lose today, I come and lose. The game not gonna be an easy game. It can be a tough game because Newcastle will come out, they
Exactly.
will come hard. But
Right.
I'm confident Arsenal give it like a 1 point lead them man.
All right.
Trust me. I believe, believe
Moy was saying in our group chat that Arteta is going to battle the top four. Arteta or Arsenal is going to battle the top four. Moy, are you sticking with that, or you were just trolling?
Nah, that was trolling. I really would like to see Arsenal come top four. That was just all troll.
I mean, on the balance of it, though, guys. I mean, look, this is Arsenal type of season, and I was talking to Jamal after he couldn't make it tonight, but I was talking to Jamal just a little after the game, and he was saying I don't want to misquote him, but it could be this way he was hinting at. He said that this is just what the Premier League wants.
yeah.
Coming into the last week, the week and week before, and the last round of games, you have the Everton and play Arsenal on the last day. That's potentially for a top four spot and for relegation. The title hasn't been decided yet either. The Premier League is loving life right now because TV rights must be soaring.
Honestly, right, after Arsenal lose, right, I was telling somebody this tonight. This is what the Premier League wanted. That it come down to the last day, everybody have to go play football.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
So,
I,
Yeah, but I'm just hoping that Gabriel could feature on Sunday. I hope it's not too much
and
of a problem.
and the funny thing about this top four race between Tottenham and Arsenal, that when the team in front supposed to capitalize, they never end up on capitalize. Tottenham had
Right.
games in hand that I probably, if they won, it probably wouldn't even be a contest to see who is coming forward.
Right.
And
And if
Arsenal is
Arsenal didn't lose those three
Arsenal,
in a row,
yeah, Arsenal had games in hand too. Plus today, it's just inconsistent. So you're just looking at this like this is a good race for top four.
all right. Well, Arsenal know what they have to do. Cello, go out. We win the next two. We lock it up. That's just
Arsenal
simply
will
what
get
it
the
is.
next 2 games, man. Trust me.
All right.
Arsenal will
Moy.
get the next 2 games, man.
All right. Cool. Moy,
And
you
I
must be
really
loving life
believe
right
in the
now.
Arteta. I really believe in the Arteta, but man, confidence in him for the last 2 games. Honestly, maybe real.
All right, I hear you. Moy, you are loving life right now, especially with KDB. KDB. I think Cello again. You mentioned that they were going to get five, and they did get five. But Moy, let me start here. Now, I'm asking you to go in the game yet. Is Kevin De Bruyne the best midfielder ever to touch the Prem. Oh, that's a bit of a reach.
No, he's not the best midfielder to touch the Prem.
Okay, all right. So then answer this: Is he the best midfielder in the world right now?
Yes, he is.
Is he the best player in the world right now?
No, he's the best
Okay,
player.
in the Prem.
Yeah, I was going to say in form, but I had to catch myself that
Mm.
Benzema is still doing work.
Right,
So
right,
he's
right.
the best. Yeah, he's the best in the Prem at the moment.
He's one. That he scored 4 goals yesterday. I mean, I think last weekend he had a ball to Gabriel Jesus over
Yeah.
like two Newcastle defenders, and Gabriel couldn't manage to control it. But he's oozing class. If we're being honest, we put all the bias aside and we can be objective. He's oozing class. Whenever he's on the ball, and it's not just you can't just look at him as a midfielder who his passing range is unmatched because he can score right foot, left foot. He can assist. He runs a lot, and he's gonna give you the hard yards. He's a complete package. Dear Moy. Now you have 2 games left. Liverpool won the day before you beating Aston Villa, which could have gone another way. Right, you scored, and I think Wolves equalized like 5 minutes or so after.
Yep.
Y'all keep matching each other's result. Is this how it's gonna be till the end of the season?
I expect it to be that way, but as me, I'm hoping for a slip up because neutrals would say they want to go down to a last day, but as a fan of the club, you really don't want to see that. You want your team to secure whatever they have to secure as early as possible. Even if it means you might be watching boring football for the rest of the time because it's already secured, but that's what you feel. You feel more relaxed and comfortable. And I mean the best case scenario for us at the moment that we could feel a little relaxed with that we will be playing on the weekend, which Liverpool have a cup final game. So then it would tend to add more pressure on Liverpool when daytime comes to play the midweek game. I think it's against Wolves because at that point we will be 6 points clear until they play they other game. So
All right.
the
Mm-hmm.
um the best case scenario for it. And yeah, and KDB, I mean his work ethic, I think that is looked upon. Nobody's really taught because he can defends when he wants to. And right now I see he kind of getting those little technical technical fouls like what Fernandinho likes to do also. And I mean, yesterday was very impressive. He took the game. That's what you call somebody taking the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
And like, okay, this is time for me to carry and show us what time to do. He's now our highest scorer in the Premier League right now with 15 goals.
Yeah. As I said earlier, he oozes class. Eureka is saying, to be honest, I'd rather City win the next 2 games. He corrected himself later down. My heart can't handle losing the title on goal difference. All right. To be honest, Moy, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. This is a switching from the Prem just a bit. I was thinking about this the other day. If somebody had told you, all right, you're gonna have a deep run in the Champions League, but you're not going to win it. Would you have rather lost again for a second year in a row in the finals, or would you have rather come out at the stage that you came out this year?
We factor in we fa- I have to go into this deeper. We factor in the semi-final loss how it was,
Yeah,
or just in general, just a general
that
loss.
just in general.
Um, I would say probably coming into the getting knocked out. I don't know. I would like to. I always like to go to the finals. Whenever you go to
Yeah,
the finals, I know if I lose, I will be very emotional again. But the
but
semi-final, you don't have that much emotion because it's not the final. You just start that
One
you're not going
second.
to the finals. If you're
so
honest, I'm coming from.
so would you rather? Would you rather? What you say? I didn't hear the answer.
I would rather get knocked out in the semi-final.
Yeah, I feel that with you. I mean, the
Yeah,
final will be rough. Final rough
going
on
to the
your heart
final.
to to lose like that.
But you see, with City, I don't know. Pepper's been saying also that there's a lot of agenda on City. That Liverpool, everybody's favoring Liverpool to win, and nobody like City. And the spending money is coming up again from the Haaland thing. Was like because City just threw money all over the place.
Right.
And yeah, with the final going into the finals and knowing how Pep is, it's going to be like, oh, Pep went to the finals and still couldn't do it with spending. So, the final is just going to carry more weight if we manage to get there a second year in a row and lost, especially to a Liverpool team.
Right. So, Liverpool on their way to. I mean, the Premier League looks a stretch. They've won the Carabao Cup already. I was supposed to ask you this the other day when he was here with us. But if he's not, if he's no longer in the comments, I'll just save it for when he joins us again, hopefully on Monday. But do you guys, Stella, I can throw this question to you. For as good as a team that Liverpool has been, let's say over the past 5 years, for me, a personal criticism I have of this Liverpool team and their quote unquote greatness, they don't win enough. So yes, they win a lot of games, but they always find themselves second to City or get knocked out before the finals in one of these cups. Because if you look at it, they've won the Prem once, they've won the Champions League once. For the dominance that they've had, being and the consistency they've had over the years, don't you think they should have, like City, win multiple titles?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. They should, because for the quality of team that Liverpool are, like, okay, certain the games and them that aren't expect Liverpool for lose, them will lose them kind of game day. You want to really find City and lose them kind of game day easy. You understand me? You want to really find City and lose them kind of game day easy. Like, okay, other than the game against Real Madrid, the other day, right? You hardly see City come to a big game, when I say a big game, and lose a big game like that. When a big game, City well prepared and ready for the challenge and ready for the fight. Sometimes Liverpool come play, you don't know which one of the Liverpool team will show up today, sometimes. You understand? So the difference between them and City, when a big game, City prepared for the big game, prepared for the battle, prepared for the fight. You understand?
I hear you there.
That they just say.
Yeah, I hear you there. Yurik is saying it's tough. We've lost the Prem by 1 point and we're about to lose it again by 3 points with another 90 plus season. And this is what I'm saying there, U-Haul, because I think I saw, so I sure one of them Liverpool fans tweeted today the amount of points that they currently have now. Manchester United have won I think maybe a couple Premier Leagues with less points. Yeah. So when you look at it that way, that is saying that you are having better seasons consistently than previous title winners. We're still coming up short. Do we put that praise on City? Or do we give more accommodation, or do we say that Liverpool have just not been that good? They've been really good, but they've not been that good.
Let me tell you this. The difference between City and the West team and them, right? See, when City get on lead, City not showing on lead. See, when City 2 and 3 points clear with you, there's no an easy team for catch back right away. That's the difference between the Liverpool and the City. When Liverpool get on lead, somewhere along the line, then go mess up when the team that behind them real close to them. Then go slip when the team that behind them real close to them. See, when City get lead, City push it up. City now give up. City now say, here, I will lead by 3 points. I'll go play this team, and I'll just play them because I will lead by 3 points. City go play the next team, go blow them way for extend their lead.
Yeah.
That's the difference
that's one thing about City. Yeah, City. I was thinking about that. Funny you said that, Celebi. I was thinking about that. When City have you 3 and 4 none, City you say, boy, you're not make a score 3 more. Other teams ready to pack it in and stuff like that. Nah, City don't score. You are always saying here, us and City have the same amount of points in the last 4 seasons, and they'll win 3 or 4 titles.
That's what I tell you.
That's what's on there.
When City get the lead by points, it could have 1 point, 2 points. Then I give it up. Them
I mean,
tell you,
Chelsea.
them
Go ahead, Solo. Sorry.
tell you, come me take a game and win
Yeah,
all the game and them and hope I will lose. Come down the line for pass away.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
So that's
let me,
that's a go ahead, Moy.
let me just show you. I think we can't really discredit Liverpool for this because you have to give them credit because they're the only team. I even saw conversations like if it wasn't for Liverpool, we would be labeling the Prem as one of those farmers league because City would probably be running away the league every time.
Mm.
Yeah. I have to give credit to them so because it's highly unlikely that you have two teams battling so close with 90 plus seasons again, 90 plus point season again, fighting for the title, and you're getting beat by 1 point or 3 points. And I mean, I don't know, but you see, I think the City team, like if you're looking at it now, City realizes that if it's a slip up, they can afford to slip up, but we have to get a goal difference up. And especially with looking at the game from yesterday, you can clearly see it because look at the game from yesterday to the United game when we thought that United could have gotten way more like how Liverpool demolished United. City just
Right,
relaxed
right.
on the ball. But yesterday they realized that the goal difference is needed. And every single thing, it was attack, attack, attack. And I was like, okay, let's now you go looking for ease off because the game is the game is finished. There's no way they're coming back from it to try and cool down the rest of the players and whatever and whatnot. But they kept going because I think the City team thrives under these type of pressures when it comes to the Premier League.
Come love both
All right.
City. When I put on the
Mm.
gas and I put off the gas. That what me love both City.
That's fine.
And me no back them, but that what me love about them. When I foot on
Yeah.
the gas and I ease up, I go hard until the game 90
Bang
plus
man,
minutes.
yeah.
Done.
Bang man, like what?
Yeah, man.
We have a quote unquote Tottenham fan here. He says, "I apologize to Shaka. I apologize to Shaka for the disrespect. You were putting all the blame on the wrong player. You're putting all the blame on the wrong player." Yeah. Oh boy. U-Haul continues. It's such a weird season. It seems like neither City or Liverpool fans are happy this season, even with us being in three finals and them winning the league. Right. So let's just look to close off. Chelsea have all but secured third place. So then now the attention is firmly on one and two. It's on fourth and fifth, and then we talk about the bottom because Leeds. I think right now we're looking at. I mean, it's still close. It's still very close, but I think with the form Leeds have been in of late, they are they're putting their claim to go down with Watford and Norwich. So that we know. I mean, I guess by default, Everton and Burnley will be safe.
Uh, yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing Leeds going
Because
down.
Leeds not looking good. Leeds got another red card yesterday.
Yeah,
That
they
Daniel James got another red.
they just out of it at this point.
Yeah, they look like they have given up. It looks like they
Well,
have given up
well, wait, one question. I think all of us here probably agree that Leeds is going to be the team to go down. So with
recently.
that
Yeah.
being said,
Mhm.
you can probably get players from cheap when they go down to the championship because players don't want to play there.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
player you can choose two if you have two that you would like to your Arsenal fans. So which player would like to get from Leeds United to fit into the Arsenal squad?
Well, for me like forget Rafina and the nice little English midfielder. What name again?
Uh,
Calvin Phillips.
Me no like forget them two man there. Me no need nobody else, just them two man there.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give a shout to. I think he made a mistake on Sunday, but I think the goalkeeper is really good. Maybe not as a starter, but he's young too, so maybe why not? I think he'll be good to have on your books. But first choice has to be Rafina and Calvin Phillips.
but with
A
that,
little-
would y'all give
mhm.
I was thinking, would y'all give an opportunity to Bamford?
Nah, not for me.
No.
Not for me. The only person I would look at is the left winger, the one that came from you, Harrison,
Oh,
Jack Harrison.
No,
He's clever too. He's clever
Bamford and
too.
a bad player now. I believe if Bamford in a
I
big
know.
team with a midfielder behind him that can give the ball how he like him, he'll score plenty
Score
of goals.
goals.
He a eye for goal. And a bad player, I prefer
Oh,
Bamford
I
over
wouldn't say that he's a
NKT.
bad player. Oh boy.
Bamford
I
over
would say he's a
NKT.
bad player.
I think the only player I would want from Leeds is Calvin Phillips as that backup CDM.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, he's been injured a lot for the season too. So, I mean, if okay, more well, and if you ask that question, Watford is going down too. Watford and Norwich. Is there anybody
Yeah.
you want? Anybody want from Watford and Norwich? I don't think. I
Watford.
mean, Watford. Who's been impressive is probably Dennis
You
and
see,
João Pedro.
you see the thing with let me look on. I'm looking at the City squad. The only players that are probably impressive from Watford is basically you would say make they attacking players.
Yeah,
And
Dennis. Yeah, he's
I
really
don't need
big.
I don't need any attacking players from them. I don't need any more attacking players. I I don't know who in their midfield. They have Sissoko, Cleverly. Man, they had Itubo. I think that's what he's doing.
Uh,
I don't. But from
More
Norwich,
look,
maybe we could take
there's a shout for Sarr.
Well, I mean, he a nice player, boy.
Yeah,
Ali,
Sarr is a
you
good player.
remember the
Sarr is
Arsenal
a
never
good
buy
player.
Yano.
Yeah, Sarr is a good player.
he
I
was
failed to
stifled.
mention it. He's a good player.
But I would take a gamble on probably Max Irons from Norwich.
Nah, man, more. He's overrated. I
Max
honestly think
Allen
he's
is a good man.
overrated.
He's a good man.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
no.
He's
I
just
think the
I'm just
Norwich
looking
team
at
is
his backup
done.
option.
I don't think there's
And
anybody from Norwich. Because not even Cantwell. Not for me. I think Norwich is done. They may even struggle to get back up in the Premier League as well. He looks sharp.
the playoff finale is there to look forward to. The championship playoffs, I think that should be starting either this week or next week. So I think that's something we can keep our eyes on because championship playoff is normally something interesting to look and see.
Yeah, interested, yeah.
You know, we're looking at a Mitrovic, see if Mitrovic can do it. And finally do it in the Prem. I think he managed to get at least like 10 to 13 goals
He
at
scored about
least.
10 goals, man.
Yeah,
He scored about 10 to 13 goals, man.
if he can get that target 10 to 13 goals, I think he can still stay
A
up.
Who's
plenty of
that?
man score plenty of goals down there when they come up with a big yard, man. They can't score no goal in the big yard. Big
Yeah,
yard different. You see down there, you can
very
do
true.
as you feel, but in the big yard, no, as you do some turn, no, window shut on you one time, no. Down the window open, you do as you please, you spin here, spin there. The big yard different no more. You
I
understand?
agree.
When that guy from Ivan Tony, he banging all them goal down there. He come, he start hot, and then what happen? You know, hear about you again.
Oh yeah.
Big yard different.
I agree. I agree with that. But just let's look on it. We can just chop this by quick. Stella, who would be your player of the season for the Premier League? Who would you choose for player of the season?
Player of the season. Mm. You don't really watch much team about Arsenal game and them no more, honestly speaking. Player of the
Okay,
season.
so
That's it.
okay, so if you can't think, okay, let's narrow it down for you then. Who is your player of the season from your club?
For me, I'm a goalkeeper. I'm a goalkeeper. Because even if I'm goal, even if Ramsdale, they get some save that Ramsdale make that keeper in the game, right? Especially the game against Leicester City first round. When I not Leicester City 2-0. That's the free kick that the man saved from Morrison, right?
Madison, yeah.
Leicester only scored that goal. The game will be a totally different game. So Ramsdale for me, Ramsdale, hands down.
I'd probably go Saka. You know what? Granted, Shaka have a shout. Granted,
You get me
Shaka
wrong
have a
like
shout.
Shaq. You get me wrong like Shaq. Saka step up plenty, right? But the saves and the Ramsdale make this season, yeah,
I know you're
make
talking
all
about,
the
man. I know
chat
you're talking. Yeah.
chat
I, I,
for today.
right.
Ramsdale make all
Only
this position.
O'Neal is laughing. He said games in hand FC. Um, hey, look,
But
let's close. More, go ahead, go ahead. So you're saying?
I was just saying, as crazy it might sound, I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but looking at City's defense this season, I think Laporte has been our best defender so far this season. I think he has been better than Diaz. Diaz got an injury lately, but I think for the whole season he has been better than Diaz. Cancelo, he's done his attacking work, but when it comes to things, I think Laporte has secured us a good bit for this season.
I hear your point there, Moy. When I look at even this is a long shot, but I think Ake, I usually give him stick. He usually gives away penalties, and City usually loses whenever he plays. But he's quietly quelled that narrative that's been surrounding him this season.
Yes,
O'Neal is saying Saka Arsenal player of the season, and I guess you know what? Let's do this. Let's say this right now. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah.
yep.
So on Monday's show, let's do that. Let's do player of the season for our teams, and I mean maybe we can even go through the whole Premier League, and see um who would get player of the league, player of the tournament, player of the year, and stuff like that. Let's do that. Let's put that down. You recall is saying I really like Cancelo. He likes Cancelo. For you, Moy, for player of the season. That's a good show.
Cancelo
That's
not
a
bad
really
player.
good show. That's a
Yeah,
really
Cancelo
good.
not bad player. But Cancelo play left back.
The left
yeah.
back, right back, midfield.
Cancelo
No,
left footed.
let's
Right
no, let's
footed
not
left
kid
back.
ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. Cancelo have not played fullback for the season. Let's just be fair. He's gone back there to help out. The man play midfield all year. He's played midfield all year.
Cancelo right footed left back. And the man play over there like a natural position.
Midfield he
And
play,
I
man.
right
So,
back the
but
back
then
with
he's
my
good.
chip.
I love his fluidity. I love his fluidity. Even yesterday, I saw the man take a shot off. Maris was going for it, like he called Maris off towards
Yo, that
late in the game.
that's something I can't stand about him sometimes, man.
The man is attacking like Tavares dog.
Oh no, 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 no,
So,
no,
I
no,
do,
no.
no, I
Stop.
mean,
I do
oh my,
disrespect the man
no, I'm not
Tavares.
talking about.
Tavares can play
I'm
football.
not talk. I'm not talking
We tell
about
you,
skill level.
Tavares and Cedric and
Stop it,
them,
Stella.
this are the
Stella,
last
stop it,
season.
stop it,
This are the
stop it.
last
Now,
season.
for
Tavares
one,
and, and
Tavares
Cedric
is
Suarez
going to come
are the
good.
last season.
For Tavares,
When?
Tavares is going to come good. I
Shot.
honestly believe
Shot.
that. Hold on
You
there,
can't be
Stella. But I
realistic.
wasn't
Shot.
saying, hold on, Stella. I wasn't comparing them, I wasn't liking them to a skill level. No, I'm just saying in terms of attacking intent.
Yeah, sure.
They just think about going
Okay,
forward.
shot.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
but let us be
So
realistic. Shot. Holland can't get no more better. Cedric
I
can't get
get
no
that.
more better.
Yeah, I
Tavares have
agree.
potential. Tavares have
Yeah,
potential, but I don't know if he can
that's
reach that
potential.
potential.
And his potential may not be as a left back, maybe as a left wing back. And who knows, with Saliba coming back next season, that may be that we may go through at the back. You don't know.
That's true.
Next season come, Rob Holland can guard now. Free time done.
Right.
Saliba come. Free time done.
We need a squad though.
Shot. This is what Arsenal problem be over the years. And let us be realistic, shot. I have to put our hope in some man and believe they can reach and level and then never reach. Look at Walcott. Call their name,
But
go down the line.
yeah, but to be
Till
fair,
you believe Holding on them can reach to a high level.
no,
It
I
can't
don't think
happen, shot.
no,
We
Stella,
can't
no,
be realistic, buds.
I don't think anybody's thinking that Holden is getting to any other higher level. But at the time, but you have to look at the market. You have to look at who you're able to get in at that point in time. And if you're not able to get in anybody at that point in time, then you have to keep players in the squad like Holden. But I don't think Stella, I don't think any Arsenal fan would say Holden have another level to go. Cedric has another level to go. And I think by and large, we've seen that culture change at Arsenal with Arteta. Basically, Arteta have a new squad, It's just
I
them
think
all the French players. He's been getting them out.
I think we just basically you can't. I understand what Celo is going from, where you probably need to get rid of Cedric and Holding, but then at the same time, you have to watch who you're trying to get out the squad because, as Shaq say, you can't really get anybody like that in the market that is willing to play
And,
a backup role.
and let me just put this point in. You need the problem with holding because the past two games versus West Ham, who we played on the weekend there? Who played on the weekend there, Cello? Leeds. Holding
Leeds, yeah.
hasn't put a foot wrong. No, but the thing is, what we need with and this is why we need a squad. Holding, you can't have holding for no consistent run. That's when you're gonna start seeing their weaknesses. Squad players are supposed to be squad players. When when we have a 1-0 lead and you put on holding with 10 minutes to go, you know we ain't losing that game. That's been proven. But you can't. By the time you start starting them and they start playing an extended period of time, you start seeing the cracks here. You start seeing the little inadequacies there, and then everything starts to crumble.
Fox.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
but we look. So we going forward. We're going forward. I was gonna say just to close the show, guys. We have the next two games, the next two match days are gonna be hell of a match. Of 2 match days.
Yep.
Everything,
But
everything to play for.
for the two top
Everything.
team, for the two top team and fifth and fourth.
Yeah. But let me ask you all this last question before we go. And just give me just say all I need is one answer. No explanation. FA Cup final this weekend, Liverpool or Chelsea. Let's start with Moy.
Chelsea.
Okay. All right. From that smile, I know I know there's another answer. I know there's another answer. There is a who you want to win and a who you think will win. So let me appease you and give you the option to give me the two answers there. Who do you want to win?
Just quick thing before getting knocked out of the Champions League, I wanted Liverpool to win, but they can go on a quadruple, so I prefer Chelsea to win and I have them Liverpool.
Right. So Chelsea win. You want Chelsea to win. But who do you think will win?
I think Liverpool will come out with a victory.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Cello.
Liverpool. Liverpool 2-0.
I usually can't go against Liverpool, to be honest. So
They
Liverpool. I have Liverpool win too.
Chelsea, I'm not London neighbor. Me can want Chelsea win anything. For me, want Chelsea can get 90.
I have no problem with that. On that note, guys, stay tuned because you never know. We may be coming back to you tomorrow with another show, or even on Saturday night. So just stay tuned because I mean the league is hotting up. You're hearing these little transfers here and little things here. You never know, guys. We may come back to you. So just stay tuned. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you subscribe so that you know whenever we come live. All right. So again, thank you, Moy. Thank you, Cello. And I know it's a sad time, Cello, so you don't feel anyway. But it's a little down moment for Arsenal fans. But hey, we rise again, and I'm putting this out. Arsenal, you need to secure that fourth spot because I need to hear that apology from Cello. We outside.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.